Your film's premiere is so important, it might make or break your entire film festival run, so why do so many filmmakers get it totally wrong? Well, today I'm going to cover everything that you need to know about film festival premieres. What they are, types of premieres, why festivals care, common premiere mistakes, criticisms, and then I'm capping it off with my favorite thing, data. My name's Rudy Womack. I hope you're here to learn about film festival premieres. You're watching the Film Festival Guide. What is a premiere? Well, in plain English, it's the very first time that your film is ever screened publicly. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Okay, great. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. I got more of that. Of course, I'm kidding. Film festival premieres are way more complicated than that. Yes, a premiere is the first time that your film is screened publicly, but there's a lot of nuance to what public screening actually means. In order to understand, it might help if I explain the different types of premieres. A movie might have a world premiere, a continental premiere, a national premiere, a regional premiere, a state or territory premiere, and even a city premiere. Still confused? Let me draw an example. This is John. John has made a cool short film about his cat. And wouldn't you know it, John's short film got accepted into a festival in New York City. Now, John has never shown his short film publicly before, so this is going to be his premiere. But which premiere? Well, it's the first time the film is screened publicly in New York City. So it's his New York City premiere. But wait, it's also the first time his film is being screened in the state of New York. So it's also his New York State premiere. Come to think about it, it's the first time the film is being screened anywhere in the entire world. This one screening is going to be John's world premiere, North American premiere, United States premiere, East Coast premiere, New York State premiere, and New York City premiere. That is 6 premieres in one single screening, which means if John submits to a festival that has a United States premiere requirement, he's not going to be eligible. But if he submits to a festival that has a United Kingdom premiere requirement, he's still good to go. As you submit to festivals, you might find they have an assortment of premiere requirements. The Wyoming International Film Festival has a Wyoming State premiere requirement. I hope you remember that for later because we're going to come back to it. And you might be surprised which festivals do and don't have a premiere requirement. Let's take a look at Sundance. I bet you didn't know that Sundance only has a premiere requirement for feature films, which means short films can screen anywhere in the world and still be eligible to submit to Sundance. Now, all of these confusing premiere requirements begs the question, why do festivals even care in the first place? I'll answer that question in just a moment, but I want to take 10 seconds and ask you for a favor. Like all creators, I am a slave to the YouTube algorithm, so if you appreciate these deep dives into film festivals, I am the only channel that's doing them. Please support with a like and subscribe, and please share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Film festivals care about premieres for 3 reasons: money, exclusivity, and prestige. Starting with money, film festivals are very expensive to run, just like all live events are expensive to run. So ticket sales are important to a festival's budget. Let me ask you this, how many times have you gone to see the exact same movie multiple times in theaters? If we're all being honest with ourselves, it's probably happened a couple of times. If you're a big cinephile, maybe a little bit more often, but your average audience member only ever goes and sees a movie in theaters once. So if audience members have already seen the film, they are unlikely to buy a ticket and go see it a second time. That means the festival is going to lose out on money, which makes the premiere very important for the festival's bottom line. Exclusivity is also a major factor in film festival premieres. Industry people like agents, reporters, distributors, and financiers aren't going to attend a festival if it's loaded with films they've already seen. Filmmakers, don't forget, this is the entertainment industry. It's a business. How are members of the press going to stay in business if the festival is already screening films they've written about? How are the distributors going to stay in business if the festival's full of films they've already seen and already bought or passed on? Premieres ensure the festival is providing a fresh slate of films and stories for industry insiders. And the last reason festivals care about premiere status is prestige. Call it ego, call it business, call it whatever you want, but simply put, larger film festivals do not want to play second fiddle to smaller film festivals. Let's say there's a festival. It's highly regarded in the industry, attracts lots of press and agents, has some celebrity presence, and it has all the glitz and glam that you can expect. They want to protect their image. They want to protect their brand. So whether or not you and I want to agree with it, they might see playing films that have already screened at smaller festivals as sort of beneath them, sort of picking up the table scraps from what's left over. So to summarize, money from tickets, exclusivity for industry members, and prestige are the main driving factors that film festivals care about premieres. So with all of this complication surrounding premieres, no wonder so many filmmakers get premieres wrong. So I want to talk about some of the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. Firstly, not considering your premiere status before you submit to a festival. This is the quickest way to shoot yourself in the foot, so here's the most common scenario that I see. A filmmaker submits to Festival A. It's a small or mid-tier festival screening in April. And good news, they got accepted. But uh-oh, Film Festival B is a larger, more prestigious festival that has a premiere requirement, and they're screening in July. So should the filmmaker take a risk and turn down Festival A with the hopes they get into Festival B? Or is a bird in the hand better than two in the bush and wiser to stick with Festival A? It's impossible for me to answer. There are way too many unaccounted factors at play in this scenario, and I don't want to give you bad advice. But I can advise you how to avoid this situation altogether. And simply put,
say the line!
Rudy.
Do your research. Before you even submit to festivals, you should consider whether or not they require a premiere. In this example that I've just given you, the filmmaker should have never submitted to Festival A in the first place if they were serious about screening at Festival B. By researching festivals ahead of time, you'll know if there's conflicting premiere requirements, and that's going to help you make more informed decisions on which festivals you send your movie to. And if filmmakers just did this one thing, it would save them so much heartache. Another common mistake is the internet, because the internet really trips up filmmakers. I see filmmakers screen their film at an online film festival only to be surprised that, oh my god, that was actually my world premiere, what was I doing, can I take it back? No, you can't. If it's on the internet, it's forever. And do not try to argue that an online premiere is not a world premiere. It's literally called the World Wide Web. I'll also see filmmakers trying to argue that, oh, it was geo-blocked to only this certain area. Okay, well, a theater is a physical location and you physically have to go there to see a movie. That still counts as a world premiere if you screen in a theater. Why would it not count on the internet? So online festivals often trip up filmmakers because they blow their premieres online. And I'll see filmmakers say, well, I'll take it down from the internet. That doesn't matter. It was still available. It's still a public screening. So my best advice, avoid online until your film festival run is over. Okay, so here's another premiere mistake I see filmmakers make, and it comes with a lot of controversy. Some filmmakers will decide to have a private friends and family screening. And even though it's private, some festivals consider that a premiere. Those festivals are wrong. Why? Tickets, exclusivity, prestige. The filmmaker is going to have harder time selling tickets because all of their friends and family and cast and crew have already seen the movie. It's not going to have as much exclusivity because there might already be press about it. And back to prestige, it's not the premiere, so some film festivals don't want to touch it. My best advice to you is to save your friends and family and cast and crew screening until the festival itself. It benefits you as much as it benefits the festival. You see, the festival will get to sell tickets and you will get to pack the theater and have all of that support, which can help drive buzz around the festival. It's literally a win-win. So if you plan on having a film festival screening in your locality, do not have a friends and family cast and crew screening. I think it just creates more headaches than it's worth. And lastly, the other big mistake that I see filmmakers make, they submit to multiple festivals in the exact same city that have competing premiere requirements. Now, for some filmmakers, this is hedging your bets, but really, to me, it's just throwing your money down the drain. So pick a festival, go with that, put all of your effort into it, and unfortunately, you have to pass the other ones up. And that's a nice segue to the criticisms of festival premieres. Because the truth of the matter is, many filmmakers find premieres limiting. Let's take Los Angeles as a good example. LA Shorts, Dances with Films, Holly Shorts, AFI Fest, and LA Indie Fest all have LA premiere requirements. Even the Beverly Hills Film Festival, quote, considers prior festival screenings. For LA filmmakers, it can feel so limiting to get your film seen by audiences. You want to screen at all of these festivals, you want to network, you want to build connections, but because they all have exclusivity, you have to pick one. So no matter which one you pick, you're actually going to be losing out on a lot of opportunities, and you're leaving a lot of this stuff on the table. And for filmmakers, it can feel like a punishment. Another big criticism around premieres is they can feel kind of arbitrary. Let's put me under the microscope for a second. I already told you the Wyoming International Film Festival has a Wyoming state premiere requirement. But here's where it goes totally off the rails. The festival is located in Cheyenne, which means if you screen in Cody, Wyoming, nearly 6 hours away, you've blown your Wyoming premiere. But if you screen in Fort Collins, Colorado, just a mere 45 minutes away, you're good to go, because that's Colorado and not Wyoming. That's so dumb. And worst off, it's counter to our mission, which is to support and foster the Wyoming film community. I want to change it, and we probably will, but it's a good example of how a premiere requirement can feel arbitrary and actually hurt the very filmmakers that festivals are trying to help. But I have some very good news. Stephen Follows sits at the intersection of data nerd and film nerd, which makes him one of my favorite people. He did a study, and I'm going to link it in the description below, on more than 10,000 film festivals analyzing their premiere requirements. Here's the long and short of it. 93.8% of festivals studied have no premiere requirements at all. None, zero, zip. And only 26 festivals have world premiere requirements. The majority of festivals with premiere requirements either have a national or local premiere requirement, which means if you submit strategically and really do your homework, you will be able to navigate the film festival circuit, and you'll find that these premiere requirements really aren't as big of a roadblock as they might seem. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. I hope this helped demystify premiere requirements. As always, I would really appreciate your support with a like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the work that I'm doing here on the channel. I've got more videos cooking up right now, but until then, I'll see you on the circuit.